Hello everyone and welcome to my new video. And what is this video about? Well, I'm going to try and make some generative classical grand piano music. I'm going to feed Ableton one MIDI note and then use a load of MIDI processing to see if I can get it to try and make music by itself. And maybe it will give me something that wouldn't sound out of place on BBC Radio 3 in the middle of the afternoon. When I say classical music, I don't really mean classical music. I just mean sort of improvised solo piano played by some sort of prodigy. So let's get to it. We're going to need a grand piano. Oh, I've got one highlighted right here. Right above Hoppity Skippity Jazz, which I've never seen before. Anyway, let's pull this in and let's draw in a MIDI clip. Let's draw a MIDI clip on C3 and legato that and hit go on the clip and see what we've got. All right. Perfectly decent grand piano sound. So let's get started. What are we going to do? Well, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a MIDI effect rack, plonk that down there, and I'm going to create a chain, and I'm going to call this chain bass. I'm going to go into the the key selector. Actually, that's fine. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pitch it down 2 octaves. Let's see what that's like. Wow. Okay. That'll do to start with. Let's now randomize that. Let's randomize that. Let's put that there. Set it to bi-directional and set the chance to about 50%. Okay, good. All right. Okay, now let's scale it. Let's look for a good scale. What kind of scale could we have here? Minor harmonic. That's pretty classical, isn't it? Yeah, that'll do. Okay. Let's make another chain. I'm going to create another chain here. And then on this chain, we're going to put in a chord. Let's put a chord in. And wow. Okay, let's randomize this after the chord. Set it to about... Yeah. Set it to bi and... Okay, this is already sounding pretty interesting. Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, it's got this dramatic. It's a little bold. It's only hitting 1 velocity. That's fine. We'll deal with that in a minute. That's good. I feel quite emotionally invested already. Okay, let's put like a note echo on the bass. At the very end of the chain. Oh. Yeah, that sounds all right. Let's put an expression control after that note echo. Oh, come on. Put it down there. Right. There we go. Okay, let's map that to the MIDI echo. The note echo, rather. Should have been called MIDI echo, just so that I could not sound like a twit whilst using it. Okay, that's very good. Okay, let's make a third chain now. Yeah, we'll just call this this middle chain here chords. And we're going to make a third chain now, and we'll call this one, we'll just call it lead or something. Right, so for this one, we could probably take some of this stuff here. Let's take that and party. Let's copy that to this chain and put an arpeggiator. Okay. All right, let's get an expression control. Put this at the start. And then, remember, because we're only using 1 MIDI note, essentially, this is just a trigger for our entire... Where's it gone? This is just a trigger for our entire MIDI process. So I'm going to take this 1 randomized MIDI note, map that to the style of the arpeggiator. Okay, let's randomize the distance of the arpeggiator, and let's randomize the steps of the arpeggiator. And let's also pitch it up. Oh, come on. Let's also pitch it up maybe, why did I hit minus? Let's pitch it up 12, like an octave, so that it's above the range of the chords. Yeah, let's set the randomizer to add. Okay, let's go a little bit faster. Let's go for like 160. Okay, all right. Now, some of these notes are happening too often, so I'm going to do a little hack. And what I'm going to do is put this MIDI rack at the end here of this lead stuff, create a chain, go to the velocity, pull the velocity down to something like 88. And then I'm going to get the velocity plugin, which by default I have it saved, so when it loads it's set to random. And that's just going to randomly select a chain that doesn't exist, which may create some gaps in the phrasing. And in fact, let's do that for the chords as well, just to give it a little bit of, you know, ebb and flow and not just hammering out notes constantly. So let's go in here, let's create a chain, go to velocity, pull that down to about 88, get the velocity plugin, put it at the end. Okay, now let's just put some velocity here. Okay. Okay, a bit louder maybe. Okay, actually, I don't want the velocity on the whole thing. I'm going to give each chain its own velocity. So let's go to the bass chain and set the velocity for that. So we can still, come on, drop it in there. Right. Let's give this quite a large bit of space to randomize on the bass. But let's have its output high quite low so it's not too overpowering. Let's do the same for the chords. Put a velocity plug-in at the end. Get in there, go on. Same here. Okay. Okay, let's do something about that as well. Let's change the note length. We can use the... I tell you what. Let's put another expression control after this. And maybe use that to change the note length. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing for the chords as well. Put an expression control at the start of the chords. And then use the random to change the note length. Let's do that for the bass as well. Let's just do it for the bass. Got a couple free here. Let's put a note length at the end. It'd be nice to sort of switch randomly between. Be nice to switch between 8th notes and 16th notes. Go to controlling device. Oh, that's it, is it? All right, how can I get that to go from... Okay, I wonder if let's try this. Let's group this arpeggiator. Take a copy. And this one go at 8th notes. And let's have a copy again. And this one can go at... And then let's try and put them in different velocity ranges. And see if... Yeah, that works. That works all right, yeah. There's really not much to say, it just does it. Bass sounds a bit stupid. I'm getting rid of that note echo. I've changed my mind about it. Maybe the arpeggiator. Okay, so if we think that it's getting a little bit too... Wow! If it's getting a little bit too much, we can actually just pull down the high velocity here. Maybe add a little bit of random velocity to the whole chain, just to make it a little bit not perfect. Very good. Right, so now that that's done, you can create a new MIDI track and route the audio, the MIDI from that to here, and we can record an entire piece of music. Let's just watch that and listen, shall we? Watch those MIDI notes fly by and listen to some music. Okay, I'm a little actually uncertain as to whether having different note lengths on... I mean, whoever's playing this piano, if in our imagination, if they were a real person, they've probably got 4 hands and 12 fingers on each hand. So really worrying about realism, I think, is kind of not really the point. It's really about sort of finding moments that kind of make you go, wow, that bit was really good. I want to use that. I definitely heard some bits in there. I was just kind of thinking maybe I should take the note length off each channel and try it on the whole thing. So why don't we just do that just to see what it sounds like? Did I do that there? Yeah. We'll mute those ones. Where's my mouse gone? There it is. Okay. Where is it? Here. Yeah. Turn that one off. And let's put a note length on the whole thing. Okay, that's kind of better. Okay, let's get an expression control for the whole MIDI and put that bit too much. Let's try 60%. I'm kind of into it. It's very sort of... I mean, if we did this at a very, very, very slow tempo, like 90, it might change the feel a little bit. Damn, I should have been recording this. This was good stuff. So whether this is classical music or not, I don't know. I just thought I'd put that in the title just to hook people in so that they might come in and go, oh, excuse me, this is not actually classical music. Or maybe it is. I don't know. I would love to hear what you think in the comments, whether you would say that this is classical music or just a load of generative nonsense. I mean, I just basically called it classical music because I thought I'll just use a solo piano to make the sound. Could be anything. And I used a harmonic minor, which I just think of... Was it a harmonic minor? I think it was. Woo! Yeah, I used the harmonic minor, which I always think of as being quite classical. I have no idea how I'm going to end this video because I'm just having too much fun listening to this and watching the MIDI go by. This is what you do on Friday nights when you hit your mid-40s. Hey Ned, what are you doing tonight? It's Friday. What are you going to do? I'm going to generate some MIDI. Drink a non-alcoholic beer. Actually, it's 0.5%. It's not actually no alcohol. It's low. All right, this really should stop. It's really time to stop. Stop. Okay. Stop now. So there you go. That is how you can make generative classical music in Ableton Live with one MIDI note. One MIDI note made all of that happen. Basically, the MIDI note just acts as a trigger for a load of parallel MIDI processing. So this is kind of what's exciting about doing MIDI effect track stuff in Ableton. Is you can have all of these chains and they can all be triggering all these different events, and those events don't necessarily have to be one MIDI event. They could trigger like almost an entire sequence or, you know, an entire phrase or something. Anyway, there you go. I'm going to go and put this on my Patreon now, where if you'd like to support me and download this project plus many, 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 many other Ableton projects and some Max patches and oh, God knows what else I've kind of forgotten, then you can go and do that. And it all goes towards this YouTube channel and these videos. So enjoy your BBC Radio 3 in the middle of the afternoon classical piano music made in Ableton. See you next time. Bye.